Hey guys, Jesse Razo here once again. I'm super excited to bring you a brand new series called Tactical Website Reviews. What we're going to do is talk with you about some websites that we found online. We're going to go through a tactical review, talk a little bit about what we would do to help improve their results in regards to how they show up online and inevitably help them attract more high-paying retail customers. Of course, we're going to send this out to the owners, see what happens, but we're just super excited about going through the process in a short, condensed format where we can go out and just take a look at what's working, what's not, and provide some value to business owners first and foremost above all else. So let's talk a little bit about the website that we have in front of us. Of course, as you can see here, it's Paintless Dent Repair, Automotive Hail Repair Provider, which is fantastic. It serves our target market, and I'm going to talk with you a little bit about some of the different components of the site itself. So first and foremost, let's talk about services. What we recommend is that if you are going to provide a list of services, that you do it in a manner that actually gives you some competitive advantage in regards to search placement. When you do a search for a product, or when you do a search for a company, you know, the most highly searched item is their name, address, and phone number. So that's incredibly important that you have a service that helps you manage your name, address, and phone number online. And I'll talk a little bit about, you know, business directory and page listings and how that works. But second to that is actually your products and services. And what I see a lot of is Paintless Dent and Automotive Hail Repair companies, they actually kind of skip over the product and service explanation and the value associated with that. So this is one of the things that I would focus on because it is the second most highly searched item when you're talking about your company. It's the products and services that you deliver. So what I would do here is I would add some additional content, additional information around the products and services, just so you rank higher for products and service search, and make sure that you have some really good insight into the value that you provide. Additionally, you have your work. Of course, with all of our clients, we deploy a media plan that focuses on their customers, their work that they do, and then educating future customers. And we just focus on those three areas and get real specific in there. We want to generate content around those three areas, around your work, around your customers, and around educating future customers. And we utilize those three areas of content to work with our clients. So if you're generating images, of course, you want to make sure that you get images in those three areas. If you're generating video content, you want to get content in those areas. And what you can do is you can load those to your site and exercise what we call the hub and spoke model. If you load content consistently to your site and then you share that content on social media, you can actually create what we call road signs or online signs that point back to your website. All too often, people generate a ton of content and then they publish that content into social media, which is great to increase visibility in that channel. But if you want to create visibility across the entire web, what you want to do is you want to share content back to your website on a regular basis. And this helps out with paid advertising, helps out with search placement and things of that nature. So make sure that you generate content on a regular basis. You don't want to have a static site. That's a killer. Having a static site is something that, you know, if you're not growing your site is dying. It's the same as in business. Go out there and grow your site on a daily basis, and it'll help you grow your business as well, generating content. One of the reasons that we utilize WordPress is because of the fact that it's so easy to add additional pages and posts to the website on an ongoing basis. If you have a content management system on the back end, it gives you the ability to publish content more frequently. And I'm going to give you an example of this because we see this a lot in the Paintless Dent. We're not advocating one versus the other. We're not saying that anybody's got a bad strategy out there. We don't want to badmouth anybody, but a static HTML site versus a WordPress site that we're adding pages to on a consistent basis, the WordPress site over time is going to rank much higher than that static HTML site. And it's just the nature of the beast. If you come in and crawl my site today, and then in a year from now, it's 365 pages larger than it is today, and those pages are packed full of content surrounding the work that we've done over the last year the customers that we've served and educating future customers, your static site is going to get crushed every single time. So we want to make sure that we're consistently updating and adding content to our sites, and that's one of the things that we would encourage that you're focused on an ongoing basis. Now let's talk with you a little bit about reviews. Of course, we focus on 3 channels in regards to reviews. First and foremost, we focus on Yelp, focus on Google Plus, and then we also focus on Facebook. So those are the channels that we focus on, and then what we do is we aggregate all 3 of those channels back on the website. Again, that's the hub. That's the place where you want to aggregate all those channels. You don't want static content on there. A lot of sites that we look at, they basically take snippets from those channels, those social media channels that make it easy to get reviews, and they just cut and paste those back there with a couple of stars or something like that. What you want to do is you want to utilize software in order to integrate with those channels so that every time somebody leaves you a new review, it updates your website dynamically. Again, a dynamic site is going to be far more powerful than a static site. Just like business, if your site's not growing, if it's not set up to be dynamic, it's dying on you. Slow death. It's dying a slow death. So it's important to have reviews, and then with those reviews, you want to utilize what's called structured content. What I can do is if I aggregate the reviews back on your site, I can utilize structured content to go out there and publish those reviews to the search engines. I can publish the important content that I want from the site. So as you can see here, there's a customer of ours, and what we're doing is we've published what's called structured content from their site. All the important information about the organization, all the social media information that we want, breadcrumbs and site structure. We also publish that they are a local business. As you can see here, here's an example of a site that it does not have structured data on it. So there's a missed opportunity here in regards to getting additional placement in the local market and getting additional visibility as well. Now, additionally, what you want to do is you want to make sure that that structured data aligns with your reviews, and then you also want to make sure that that structured data aligns with your local search placement. Of course, you want to get your map pins out there. That's incredibly important. One of the gaps that we see in there is a lot of people focus on Google Maps and they forget about Bing or Apple Maps. Well, here's the thing. Google is definitely the highest or the largest search engine out there. So being on Google Maps is great. But most people forget that Apple or iPhone is the most widely used mobile device out there. So if you're not leveraging Apple Maps, you're missing a huge opportunity there, because the vast majority of people are doing search on their iPhone. So make sure that your business is not only listed on Google, but it's also listed on Apple and Bing as well. You want to meet your customers where they are when they search for your products and services, and both voice and map searches are on the rise. So it's incredibly important that you get your map searches out there, and the way that you can do that is through business directory listings and things of this nature. We have software that we provide on our website, and also through the local marketing toolkit to help you out with this. Or you can utilize a partner like Moz and or Yext in order to accomplish that. But you want to make sure that that name, address, and phone number aligns across the internet, and all those road signs point back to your website. Again, think of your website as a hub, and all your social media sites, all your different paid advertising and organic advertising as road signs that point back to your website. They answer the 3 most important questions that you could answer for your potential clients. Who are you? Why do you care? Or why do they care? And what it is that you want them to do. Too many times people publish a ton of content into social media and they don't even answer those 3 questions. They're just creating noise, creating visibility, and commanding attention. So it's incredibly important that you do that. So that's about it. That's about all the time that we have. What we're going to do is talk a little bit about tags and tracking and analytics and things like that in the next episode. But I wanted to do this inside of 10 minutes. We did that. We have about 30 seconds left. If you'd like to get more information, you can schedule an appointment with us. I'm going to leave some links in the description of this video. Or if you'd do it yourselfer and you want to get more training on how to get tactical about your local marketing, go ahead and join the Local Marketing Hacks membership site, where we pump in a tremendous amount of training and content on a regular basis to help you dominate your local market. Till the next time we speak, make today and every day a fantastic day. I'll talk with you real soon.